Entering reproduction in animals, class 8 NCERT, we are going to study today the female reproductive organ. We have been doing it initially for the male reproductive organ as well. You can check out the video and subscribe to the channel right now. Along with that, we have also done male gamete in a certain video, and I'll share the links in the description box, and you can go and check in there as well. Reproductive organ, when we are talking about, you can see the image is given in the book. And when we consider this image, so this is the image, and when we talk about the image, you can see there are two tubular structures. So when we are talking about these two tubular structures, they are known as oviduct. What does that oviduct means? See, it has a circular structure attached on both the sides, and these two are ovaries. When we one for one we say ovary, and for two we say ovary. Responsible to produce female gamete every month. Every month the single ovary is responsible for one gamete and the other one. So every time the gamete is released, it is released from the ovary and it follows this track and comes to the uterus. This whole part is the uterus. So here it comes and settles. It waits for the male gamete to fertilize it. So the female gamete is fertilized by the male gamete in the uterus, in the oviduct. Wherever the male gamete can meet the female gamete, the fertilization takes place over there. So what happens is, whenever we are talking about fertilization, what does fertilization exactly means? It means the fusion of the male and the female gamete. That means this fusion is necessary for the formation of the zygote. This zygote creates an embryo. Embryo further forms a fetus. That is the growing baby. The developing fetus means this is the whole gestational period from where the fusion took place and the full baby comes out of the body of the female, the human female. And when we are talking about human female, the fertilization is taking inside the body of the human female. So whenever the fertilization takes place inside the body of the human female, it is known as internal fertilization. Internal. See, fertilization is also of two types. One is internal and another one is external fertilization. When we are talking about human male and human female, then what happens is the female gamete is formed inside the reproductive part or the reproductive organs of the female body. So the male gamete needs to travel inside the body of the female and go and fertilize the gamete. And gamete is called ova, that is ovum, and it gets fertilized and then the new zygote is formed. Similarly, when we are talking about external fertilization, so what happens is the female gametes are released in external environment. Like if you talk about frogs, eggs are laid outside and outside only the male comes and fertilizes the female gamete. So that is external fertilization. So female is giving the ova outside the body, but in case of human being, the female has the gamete inside the body. So that is internal fertilization. Now, when we are talking about external fertilization, can we say that apart from getting all these fertilization process done inside the body, in human beings also this kind of external fertilization can take place? Can you think about the answer? And if you say the answer is yes, then I am sure to tell you that yes, you are thinking it right. We also do have a process for this external fertilization, but that is done in the labs. How is it done? In vitro fertilization. What is in vitro fertilization? In which the gamete of the two, that is the male and the female body, is collected. It is fused in the lab temperatures, in the lab environment. It's external. It's not inside the body. And when these two are fused and the zygote is formed, that zygote is placed in the body of the human female and the whole development and the gestation period starts. So the fertilization took place outside the body, and such kind of babies are known as test tube babies because the fertilization was done in the test tubes. So if you say the test tube babies are born in the test tube, then that's a myth. So test tube babies are not born in the test tube, because how it is done, that the fertilization is done in the test tubes and then the zygote is placed in the body of the human female.